peoples, Kyushu92 here with yet another My Hero Academia chapter reaction and review. I got me a brand new shirt, plus Urutura, and I feel like this one suits me a lot more, like not bashing the one I had before, but I consider this one a major upgrade to the one that I wore before. So, in the last chapter, in chapter 251 of My Hero Academia, Ending has Natsu hostage, but it ends up with Midoriya actually using his black whip on a much larger scale than he was able to before, with a lot more control. Bakugo manages to get Natsu away from Ending, the villain that had him hostage, and Shoto manages to land the final blow on Ending himself, allowing Endeavor to close in on Natsu and Bakugo and get them out of the way. And this all happened within the span of a couple of seconds, and both Bakugo, Midoriya, and Shoto managed to accomplish all of this before Endeavor could react, because he was frozen up seeing his son held hostage. So, in like 2 weeks' time, they were able to pretty much do what Endeavor taught them so far. So now we get to find out what happens afterwards with Chapter 252, The Unforgivable One. After saving Natsuo from Ending, and Endeavor still has Bakugo and Natsu like in his arms, but Bakugo doesn't want to be embraced that way. He's kind of looking at him kind of odd. Are you hurt? As if, get off of me. That's Bakugo. And then there's Natsuo. So hot. And then, you smell like old man. That's Bakugo. And Endeavor's just holding them both. Well, he's got Natsuo's head in his hands, and he's still holding on to Bakugo, who apparently doesn't want to be held by Endeavor. And then he slips. He slips out of Endeavor's grasp. Where'd that white line jerk go? And Shoto pretty much has Ending encased in ice, so Ending's not going anywhere. This isn't right. I didn't want you. This is all wrong. All wrong. He's been apprehended, says Shoto. I thought I was a gunner. Phew. And these are all the people who were saved by Midoriya's black web, because Ending sent several cars flying into the air, but Midoriya was able to save everyone with his black web quirk. This dude has so many quirks in his body, and he's just now learning to learn one additional one. So, can you imagine how powerful this dude's going to be once he learns and masters them all? It's crazy. Are you alright? Ah, I'm fine. Thank you for saving us. It was you, right? Hey, jerk, how are the extras? I don't know, but the people in the cars are alright. Are all alright. And he looks at his hands. It's our total victory! Shut up! Why? Hey, number one, remind me what you said again. During this winter break, show me that you can eliminate villains even faster than I can! Yeah, you guys were incredible. And then Bakugo's kind of looking like, that's not the answer I was hoping for. You guys covered for my mistake without wasting a single second. Why is this jerk being so modest all of a sudden? Be saltier! He wants Endeavor to be salty over the fact that they all surpassed what he wanted to say, but he's not really concerned with that. And then Natsuo kind of jumps off of Endeavor. Get off! Natsuo, I'm sorry. For a split second I thought to myself that if I had saved you there was a chance that you might never say a word to me ever again. What? Natsuo, it's okay if you don't believe me, but it's never been my intention to shut any of you out of my life. However, what I did do was run away from my responsibilities, away from Toya, and of course, away from the fact that I killed him. You weren't trying to shut us out? So what? Ever since that day, I've been hearing Toya's voice in my head. There will never come a time where I can ever forgive you. I'm not as kind as Shoto is. Even so, Even so, you came out today for Yumi and Rei's sake, right? You know that girl has always looked up to the idea of a family. It's because I destroyed our own. But after seeing your sister restlessly try to go back and start anew, you also been trying your hardest to consider her feelings, haven't you? You're also a kind person. And not to undermine on this moment, but there's just this random person just kind of parked right next to him. He's just they're kind of looking on in disbelief like, Endeavor's right there. So that's why. You're always preparing yourself to forgive him. You're preparing yourself to forgive him, aren't you? Since you're a kind person, and Natsuo can only look on with closed eyes. With tears in his eyes. It's alright if you never forgive me. It's not like I want your forgiveness. I just want to make up for everything I've done. And Bakugo, Midori, and Shoto just look on. Stop saying such reasonable things all of a sudden. You know, Fuyumi just seemed so happy back then. But every time I see your face, I just can't help but remember. Why do I have to be the one to make an active effort to change? You say you want to make up, but what do you think you can do now? There's one thing I've been thinking. And then Ending starts screaming, "Ah! Enough, Endeavor! What's going on with you? Just stop it! My blazing crimson fire, my brilliant light, my guiding hope, kill me! Just disappear! This ain't right! Stop it!" And for some odd reason, Ending is crying. It's the police! Thank goodness! And then everyone kind of wraps up, along with his chauffeur. His quirk allows him to control road markings, but it's been boosted with quirk-enhancing drugs, so that's his quirk. He can control road markings, so the little strips you see on the road, he can control that, and kind of use that as either projectiles or in any way that he can see fit. Although the supply has fallen quite a bit recently, there are still some circulating in the market. You better watch yourself, too. This is the second time you've been targeted in the last few days. Man, this darkness just refuses to disappear, huh? Or should I give him a New Yorkan accent? You better watch yourself, dude. This is the second time you've been targeted in the last 2 days. Man, this darkness just refused to disappear, huh? I don't know. I might stick with the voice I had with him before. Perhaps. But the light won't be disappearing anytime soon, either. Thank you, what's your hero name? It's Bakugo, right? Hey, isn't that Shoto? Oh my gosh! And they got all the people in the backgrounds all like, oh no, it's heroes! It's not. Huh? Did you decide on one? I ain't telling you and I ain't never gonna tell you. Go fall in a hole and die. How about me? You can die in a hole too. There's someone else I gotta tell first. Hawks, it seems that your eyes are even keener than I thought. After that, Endeavor sent us back to the school. We heard the rest from Todoroki a few days later. You were attacked? Are you alright? And Fuyumi is just beside herself. Yeah, we were saved by Shoto and his friends. Fuyumi, I've already spoken with Shoto and Natsuo about this, but you've been working hard to build a home that your mother can return to. But I can't rely on you any more than this, so I've decided to do my part too. It'll be alright now. I've been seeing the same dream every night. I've been seeing the same dream every night. A dream of a family without me. I'll find a plot of land close to you two's workplace and build a new house there. Please welcome your mother home there. Yeah, what about you, Father? If I truly want the best for them, I'll remain here. After so much thought, he chooses to distance himself. Next chapter, a color page to celebrate the movie release. Chapter 252 ends. So even after all that's happened, he's going to build a brand new house next to Fuyumi's and Natsuo's workplace in order for them all to be closer, so that their mother can be there as well, so that everyone can be close to one another. But even in the end, he still chooses to distance himself from the family. And even though he tries his best, he says that he's not looking for forgiveness from Natsuo, yet Natsuo can see the conviction in his father. Like, he's actually trying, even though Endeavor says that he killed Toya, which there's still that theory going around that Toya is Dabi, so it kind of leaves that up in the air of how that could actually be. But overall, Endeavor, as much as he would hate to admit it, he's really trying his best to kind of rebuild his family somewhat, slowly but surely. Not in the best way that he thinks, but in some way that can, kind of make, even if it's a small impact, he's trying to work on it just a little bit. So overall, I thought this was a good chapter. Just seeing, Endeavor show more emotion other than just surly and blunt. He's actually showing a lot more heart, and I think it's because of the scar. I think it's that because of the fight he had with High End and all the subsequent fights afterwards, and spending time with Shoto and Midoriya and all the others, it's starting to make him realize that just being the number one hero isn't just everything. And during his quest of being a hero, he may have lost sight of something. So this progress of seeing Endeavor be this overly surly dude who had walked around like he had a massive chip on his shoulder, to seeing him actually being a lot more emotion driven and actually trying to piece together what he's lost all these years. It's a nice change of pace. This is what you call character development. And this is what I like to see in manga and stories like this, seeing people actually try to get a different view of the world and actually see their actions and motives actually change, hopefully for the better. But overall, I thought this was a fantastic chapter. So you guys, let me know what you thought of this chapter as a whole. These chapters always go by quickly for me, a lot faster than One Piece, because y'all know how I am about my One Piece. But with that being said, hope y'all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in the next videos. Have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples.